Beautiful day. Beautiful day. I hope everybody's good. I'm going to give some people time to come in. It is rather early. It's almost 7. Um, yeah. Um, I have been, you guys, going through it. I'm doing a lot of integration, a lot of, it's almost like I'm going through an internal cleansing, and it's not been easy. It's getting out that crap from the past. And one thing I want y'all to know that your past is the journey of who you are and how you got here. Yeah, right. That will always be with you. It will always, you will never forget. It will never go away. The ramifications and how it made you feel, probably, yeah, it'll go away. But sometimes your past can be a tool to help you in your future. And, they even talk about that when they're talking about, the things that have happened in our country in the past. Sometimes you have to revisit it in order to do things different. So it's been kind of interesting because I'm in the process of doing some work on the website. So you guys forgive me if it doesn't look so the way I want it. It's not the way I want it, but I'm integrating some systems, and somewhere when I was integrating the systems, I kind of did something with my uh how can I say it? My header. So my header is not, 100%. I got overlays. And so what I'm trying to do is get just wait a little bit and wait for Google to crawl it, and then it will. But if you still want, you're interested in my product or whatever, I have my product in my bio. I think I have my link tree, and I'm gonna be moving the link tree. I'm gonna be doing a lot of different things, but in the process of why I'm doing this metamorphosis in my business, I'm also going through a metamorphosis in my own life. Hi, thank you for being a super chat. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you. Good evening to you too. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're here. And so while it's so crazy because while I'm doing my systems, I'm literally in my physical system. I am actually changing my physical system. So it's like kind of ironic because I'm working on my website and I'm changing that system, and I'm going through a system change within my own physical body. And so I just want to tell you I have no makeup on. I'm like rough, you guys. I'm rough today because like I'm you seeing me raw, you seeing me as authentic as possible. But I just wanted to come by and just say that many of you guys may be going through this same particular thing. Like I'm like randomly crying, like just random. Like I'll hear a song and all of a sudden I just start and what I see in my consciousness is just like whenever I hear a song, and if the song resonates with me or is healing to me, I just begin to just bleed. Is that the best way to say it? Bleed in my soul. And it's just like it's almost like I'm cleaning out. I'm cleaning out. It's just like I'm going through this metamorphosis and this change, and it's been so crazy because I can't control it. I have no control over it. I can't like and to really to be in complete journey of healing, becoming your best self, you literally have to surrender. I think I've been saying this for years now. In order to have complete fulfillment of your life, you must surrender. And you can't let somebody else surrender for you. You can't let anybody else tell you how that surrender looks. You have to recognize what you need to surrender in order to have true sovereignty, in order to have true sovereignty of your own body, your own decisions, your own purpose. And then it's as you find that sovereignty and as you begin to heal your body and acknowledge the body, then you don't make these crazy decisions when it come to, you know what, you guys, I never talk to my mother. Me and my mother don't have that kind of relationship, right? But I noticed that in her old age, we were just having a conversation the other day, and I was telling her, because she's very aware that I was married for many years, and half of my healing is my dad and my husband. Half of it is that's what it is those two, right? I can be honest about it, right? And so in my healing process, I was just like making and I was telling her how much I've healed, and how I just decided, I haven't been in a relationship in 3 years, and I made that I literally made that a conscious decision. I just did not want to, and then she asked me about this guy that she really liked, that I dated years ago. And it was so interesting because as she was talking and talking about David, I was like, and then she goes, you know, she thought he broke up with me, and I go, no, mom, I broke up with him. And I started thinking back that a lot of relationships that a lot of my like major relationships, I'm not talking about ones that went for 2 to 3 months. I'm talking about my major relationships that went for like years. I broke it off. And so we were talking, and I told her that I think I'm ready for being more open for relationships, but I'm very picky. And we were talking about it, and I was saying, like, I started realizing that without healing, you can't have a healthy relationship. You can be in a relationship, that don't mean it's going to be healthy. And what I started realizing is that we want to bypass healing, and we want to just drop into a relationship, and then we wonder why the outcome is the way it is, and then we wonder why we're not being seen, or why we're not being respected, or why we're being disrespectful, and why we're not seeing that person. And that's because we haven't taken the time to be alone by ourselves and really pinpoint what is causing us to be triggered, that we're not successful in our relationships. And the thing about it is, I took pride in the fact that I was the leaver, and that was showing my dysfunction even worse. So it's so interesting because my mom said, after I'm talking all and I'm saying this, she goes, and I've never had like, I'm serious, you guys. Like, I'm a certain age, and I have never had my mom say this to me. Hi, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I don't know if I'm gonna do any medium today. I don't know. I've been integrating. I've been doing a lot of integrating right now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. But she told me like, don't beat yourself up over the reason you were not ready. And she literally said, you have to forgive yourself. And I think a lot of us have a hard time forgiving ourselves for the things that we caused in our own lives, and the things that may have triggered us to cause us. My lips always gets dry when I'm talking with you guys. I don't know what it is. So it's kind of interesting because how's that? That's not bad. So when so it's kind of interesting because as I'm having this conversation with my mom, I hear what you say. You're going through some stuff right now. I know. I know you are. But I'm trying not to. You know what, y'all? I don't know why it always happens when I'm on live. I don't know. I've done it a few times and now you guys are addicted to it. But I don't like median. I don't like it. And if it calls me real hard, I will do it. But it's like, you know. So what I have, mm-mm, 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 no. So give me some hearts. I want hearts. I want hearts. So that was some good advice she had told me. You know what? I really honestly I would do that for you right now, but I am doing some real deep integration. I have done anything. I haven't done anything today. And the good thing about this is I was working on my website. That's why I'm telling you guys when y'all look at my website, it's a I don't think the first and second page is really bad, but when you start going down and going into my buttons, it's a hot mess. I think the slideshow is okay, but everything else is kind of combobulated, and I'm really trying to fix that. But I have to pull away because it's not my fault. It was my it was. I know you're going through some things. I know, but you know what? This is what I want to explain to you. Sometimes you have to let the sensitives, they really need time sometimes, and I'm in that time. I've been literally going through some stuff right now, and your energy is real heavy right now, and I don't think it would be a good time for me to do it because I'm already really sensitive right now. And so I have to set a boundary. I really love you and I really would love to help you at this time, but I have to honor the work that is going on in my spirit and in my heart right now. And that's what all love. I'm just giving all love because I just can't. I just can't because I've been really, like I said early in our conversation, is that I have been going through it. I've been going through it today. Um and uh, and I really want to talk about that because sometimes you have to go through it alone. And what's so interesting is what I'm learning is that when you're not when you're not tapped in, like we really right now, like why you think the monks, like if you think about how the monks are going through um our country, and they're on their way to DC, okay? And if you think about it, they're not trying to run over here and run over there and run over here. They have a mission. I'm in a mission. I'm in a mission to be the best person for you. And do you know that maybe, and think about it this way, maybe I'm going through what I'm going through to get prepared to be a medium for you guys. I have been a medium for many, many years, but I haven't done it for anyone. It's just like if somebody shows up in my room and they have a message for them, I will tell that person. And that's just because I feel like out of respect for the person that has crossed over and they have a message, I have a responsibility to help them. And I would love, I would love to, but at this time I cannot. But this is what I will say to you. Maybe this weekend I can do it, but if I do it for you, I need you, I really need you to spend from, we're on Tuesday right now, right? So I want you to spend the rest of the week seeking source and telling and talking with him to be open, talking to him to be open, and be open with yourself. And then when I come back on the weekend, maybe I can help you. But I'm really doing some heavy integration, and this is the thing, I have to be selfish with that right now because that's how I'm able to be who I am for you guys. You know what I mean? And I came on because, and I'm glad I came on because now I'm understanding there's a reason why I was being called to be on, because you are, you're going through some stuff. But I think you need to, like, right now, sort that out. And it was divine that you're here today. It is a divine calling, but I am not in the position to give you your answers because I am integrating some energy that I've been through it, and just like I told everyone else, I've been through it this week. I'm going, this today has been something else, and it's so crazy because it's not a painful thing. It's diving in to those emotions that you don't really want to deal with. Those emotions that are the freedom to your healing. They're actually the key to your healing. But in order to get that key, you must integrate that energy so you can open the door to go to the other side. I'm in the process of going to the other side, and I appreciate you at I appreciate you respecting that. And I know that I can feel in your spirit that you feel that is urgency. But you know what? I want you to just take a deep breath through your nose, 4 seconds. And then I want you to let that go and breathe for 6 seconds and allow yourself to relax. I got you, but I can't serve you until I serve me first. Okay, my cup has to be full before I can fill your cup. Okay, and this is with all love and compassion. I do want to help you, but we're gonna have to do that probably on the weekend. Okay, and I promise I will make sure I put this in my book. Okay, I'm gonna put it in my book, and I'm thinking Saturday. And so, like I was saying, what is a good time to come on Saturday, you guys? Y'all need to help me with that because I'm random. I go by, I really let Source let me know when to come in. I don't really have a schedule. When Source comes up, I come up. When he says, "Hey, hey, hey," then I can do so. So like all this work that I'm doing with the website, all the work that I'm doing with myself, it's like it's correlating with each other. And one thing I'm finding out about it is learning how to desensitize the nervous system, because my nervous system is just it sparks, and that's from the years of trauma, and if I'm not even mistaken, like, we had COVID. I was in a plane for 9/11. You think about all these years of manipulation of our minds, manipulation of our thought process, keeping us in fear based media. We have to stop doing that. We have to pull ourselves, um, we have to start pulling ourselves, really pulling ourselves together, and really understanding that our behavior, our precepts, our bodies, everything about our human existence tells us where we're at in our healing. It is crazy. And it's so crazy because when I had asthma, I used to say, oh, my asthma is acting up. Oh, my asthma, mine. No, it wasn't mine. I was literally saying out loud that my asthma was part of me. My asthma, the reason I can't breathe. But I was literally saying, I'm unforgiving. I'm not tapping into forgiveness. And I am taking that alone. I'm going to be that person alone. Oh, you know what? My client bought this for me. God, it smells good. I put it on my lips, but oh my God, it's so good. I'm gonna put it on my hair now because it's really good. It's like it's coconut oil, and it's a coconut oil serum. But oh my God, ugh, smells fabulous. My client brought it from Thailand. You can't make this mess up. It's so good. But anywho, we have to deal with the most important part, and that's one thing I came on here to share, is that as I go through this exponential metamorphosis in my life, I am realizing that the key that was holding me together was my nervous system, and my nervous system was inflamed. My nervous system was so inflamed. That's why when you get let down, or things don't go your way, or things are not manifesting the way you want, they can't manifest because your nervous system is inflamed. You have this how can I say it, you got this abscess in your nervous system, and it needs to be regulated. If you do not regulate your nervous system as you're going through your healing, you might as well just keep on living in the pain. You have to learn, because what happens is when you have trauma, you are conditioned to be in this survival mindset. Your soul is in survival. Your consciousness is in survival. And that's why when you are in relationships, and everybody does it in a different way. Everybody does it. Everybody does it in a different way. You can be, you can be, like, I know when I binge on ice cream, that has something to do with my nervous system. Like, right? You have things that are literally that your body is attracted to try to stabilize your nervous system. And a lot of times those things are quick fixes, but they don't take care of the true problem. And so it's so crazy because this is what I'm dealing with right now while I'm working on my website. And it was so crazy because, like I told you, I use GP chat, and I use AI to help me with my website. But one thing I do tell AI is help me acknowledge that when I need to just take time off. And today, it was really good because I have been dealing with the little problem. And like I said, I just figured it out. It's not my problem. It's my system that I'm using. They're doing something behind their on their side. And so I gave it a few days to crawl. I gave it a few days to do what it's going to do. But you know what was so beautiful? I'm learning so much about my system, not the system of the computer, but my system as a human being. And I'm learning how to, because it's so crazy, because like I said, I use AI to help. And one thing I tell AI is let me know when I need to take a break. And so today I'm working on my website, and it tells me like my assistant, I call AI my assistant, tells me not to do anything, just look at it to make sure it's okay. So I looked at it, everything was going well. I was real happy that it was going well. Madam, please. Please what? Please. So I it said, it told me just, nothing's wrong. And then it said, pull myself away from the computer. So I pulled my way from the computer. And then I was on TikTok and I followed this one person. And oh my God, he did this post and it totally broke me. And it broke me down to a place that I was saying, you know what, I'm going to honor my body. I'm going to honor what my body is trying to tell me. And my body is telling me, I want you to work with your nervous system. I want you to honor your nervous system. I want to heal your nervous system right now. Let's heal you. And so that is why I don't want an invasion of my nervous system right now. And so it's so kind of interesting because of the factor I was able to shut things down. And I spent years and years and years not being able to shut down, just do. And that's why I had asthma, because I was doing, but not taking care of my nervous system, not at all. I was not taking care of my nervous system. And so it's very important that as you're healing, like you're not doing like an embodiment of just one thing, you're doing all of it, and it all synchronizes with each other. One can't do without the other. You have to have it all. If you do this one thing and you don't do that one thing, you're going to be off alignment. And the whole thing about healing is to align yourself to be in your greatest purpose. And not everybody's purpose is the same. Everybody's purpose is different. And so um I just want you to know that I started this 3 years ago, and I feel like it's been the best experience ever. Painful as all get out, but it's been a beautiful experience. Like I've been able, I, you're not the only one on. People are coming in and out. You're the one that's texting me so much, you know? But where I see up here is you're not the only one. But it's so crazy because once I honored my healing completely, not making excuses, but totally, completely. And I'm telling you, when you begin to heal, your language will change. How you speak will change. Not everybody's gonna resonate at your change. You will lose friends because you have centered and you have found yourself. people like you to be sick and in pain, you know. Some people, some like literally, some people really, really like that because they don't feel so bad about themselves. And it's so crazy to have that, even that thought process, because when I see my friends, I literally, if they're in pain, I'm in pain. You know, I pray for my friends. I really do. And I think like we should all pray for each other because we're going into some time. And I really believe that the reason some of us are feeling the need to do inner work is because we understand what is getting ready to go down, and how heavy it's going to hit us. And understanding your body and understanding what's going on with who you are as this sentient being is so important, because I don't know if you notice, people are being triggered. People are being triggered. I don't know what is going on this side, but some of these messages are being reviewed. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know. I don't know if it's I'm saying something. Okay, messages are being held for review. So you guys try to keep it clean. Try to keep it right, because it's not hurting me, it's hurting you guys. You're not going to be able to come in. You're not going to be able to have a free voice here, because I don't control that. I have moderators and they take care of that. So, try to be mindful. Hi, how are you? Try to be mindful that there are other people on this forum, and you want to be respectful to those people on the forum. So yeah, you guys, I had a tremendous day. It was really hard, and I was activated. I was deeply, deeply touched. Um, and I'm looking forward to what comes in as I allow myself to just, let's see. What the heck? I'm looking at my messages, you guys. What the heck? So, I think I don't know what country you're from. I do not know, because I don't know. I'm just going to try to ignore this. But remember, you guys, I'm probably going to come on Saturday. I'm probably going to come down on Saturday. If you look in my bio, I have my website. I also have my merch up there, and I have a lot of things. So please support my channel, and I will talk to you soon or later. Have a good night. Thank you. Bye-bye.